Hey friends, welcome today to this live video. Thanks for being here. My name is Erin and I'm a holistic health coach and a home herbalist. And I'm grateful that you're here today to talk about the 8 surprising uses for herbal infused oils. So herbal infused oils are one of my very favorite herbal remedies to use at home. There are so many different uses for herbal infused oils, which is one of the reasons why I feel that they are the best bang for your buck in terms of home remedies that you can make really easily. So they're easy to make and they're low cost. So all you need is an organic carrier oil, your chosen dried herbs, and just a couple of other things like a glass container, a kitchen scale, a measuring cup, and something to strain your oil. I use a nut milk bag, but you could also use like a cheesecloth or muslin. Um, so I'm not going to get into how to make herbal infused oils in this video, but I have a couple videos in my Herbalism for Beginners playlist that's on this channel, as well as a more in-depth video class that you can take with me, where I'll teach you how to make really herbally, medicinally rich herbal oils. So I'll leave the link to that in the description, to both of those, to the playlist and also my class. So I want to be clear before we get into it that herbal infused oils are not essential oils. I also have a video where I explain the difference between essential oils and herbal oils. I'll leave that in the description as well. I think it's like 2 minutes long. So if you're not sure before we get into it, I suggest you watch that. Essentially, herbal oil is taking a dried herb and soaking it in a carrier oil and then straining it out, and the medicinal properties of the oil or of the herb come out in the oil, and then you apply it topically or use it in many different ways, which is what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to share with you 8 surprising ways that you can use herbal infused oils, starting with probably the least surprising and then moving into more creative things that you can do. So first of all, and probably most obvious, is skincare. So our skin is our largest organ, and what we put on our skin gets directly absorbed into the rest of our body and has major effects on our hormones and organ systems. So when I talk about skincare, I want you to be aware that I'm not just talking about looking good, which is a nice side effect as well, but I'm also really talking about a lot of elements of your health. So it's really, really important to not be using toxic skincare, which it might seem surprising. Maybe not if you're on this channel, but a lot of skincare products, lotions, even shampoos, tons of things, makeup has lots of toxic ingredients in it that can disrupt your hormones, as I said, and just fill the body with toxins. So if you can make your own non-toxic skincare at home, then that is a super epic bonus. Let's see. So herbal oils are nice because they literally have 2 ingredients and they're both recognizable to the body: oil and plants. That's it. Super simple. And this is literally what our ancestors did. They took the available fat that they had and they combined it with the available herbs or medicinal plants, and they combined it to make skincare, which they used topically. So this is something that literally humans have been doing for thousands of years and our bodies recognize. So let's get into the ways that you can use it on your skin. So obviously, just like general skincare maintenance, having nice and moisturized skin, it's really important that your skin is moisturized because our nervous system and our nerves are right under the skin. So if your skin is dry, then your nerves are dry, which means that you can have things like anxiety, feeling more stressed, feeling ungrounded and out of your body, having trouble with sleep, not feeling grounded. So that is obviously really, really important. So if there's anywhere on your skin that is dry, or you have like a certain area that gets dry, or you get dry in the winter time, it is important to make sure that those areas, or that in those times of the year, that you are still staying moisturized, or else you might have more of like a flighty, out of body, or anxious feeling, and that would be why. So putting oil on your skin is very, very grounding and very good for the nervous system. So if you have anxiety or if you have trouble sleeping, I highly recommend putting oil on your skin. We'll talk about that more in the next part of the next uses for the oils. But right now, I just want to talk about skincare. So, general skin maintenance, dry skin, like if you live in a dry climate or it's wintertime, really important. It's also great for graceful aging. I kind of hate saying anti-aging, which is obviously a big thing in like the skincare and makeup world. I am really trying to just like embrace aging and just honor the fact that I'm becoming more wise and that my body is changing and that aging is a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be something that we're scared of. And at the same time, I want my skin to look beautiful. So, aging gracefully is another way that you can use the oils to help you. Some particular herbs that I find really great for this are calendula, which is good for like skin tightening, rose and rose hips, which are high in vitamin C, hibiscus, which I've read in my research that some people call like the Botox of the flowers, which is interesting. Chamomile, which is softening for the skin, and helichrysum, another one that I see people talk a lot about anti-aging. I think for like helping smooth wrinkles and spots, and like yeah, and spots. So helichrysum is another one that I love as well. I have a video for that too, my herbalism for beginners playlist, so you can check that out. And then also it's great for inflamed skin. So if you have like redness or rashes or eczema or psoriasis, anywhere that's red or inflamed, herbal oiling is great for that. And then also just minor things like cuts, scrapes, bites, bruises, and burns. Lavender is a great one for that, although there are many, many more that you can use for those types of things. And then for skincare, you can also turn your herbal infused oil into a salve or a lip balm or a butter. So, a salve or a lip balm is essentially taking your herbal oil and then mixing it with some sort of thickening agent like beeswax. Typically, beeswax is what I would use for a salve or a lip balm. Now, if you wanted to make something that was a little bit more moisturizing, more oily, more buttery, if you wanted to make a butter, you could add, in addition to the beeswax, you would add a shea butter, or you could do mango butter, or also cocoa butter. So those are the three there. Those are really great butters, and salves are really great for areas of the skin that need deep, deep moisturization. Okay, so the next thing that you can use your herbal oils for is just general body care. I mentioned anxiety and sleep issues. If you do have anxiety or sleep issues, the first thing I recommend is oiling any areas of your body that are dry. The second thing I recommend is oiling your feet for sleep. So at night, if you find that you're awake and unable to sleep, try oiling your feet or anywhere that in your body that's dry. Um, Herbal oil is also great for sprains. So you can use like arnica for that, calendula or rosemary. It's also great for muscle cramps or growing pains for little ones. Cuts, bruises, and bites. We kind of already mentioned that. It's also great for arthritis. So I read that you can make a ginger oil and put that on your hands for arthritis. And then headaches. So for headaches, you can use chamomile, lavender, or rosemary. It's also great for circulation. So if there's anywhere in your body that you feel like is not getting a lot of blood to the area, or you want to get more blood to that area for healing, herbal oils is a great way to do that as well. Like if you have like tingling or not a lot of feeling in your feet, or for me, I had um injury to my knee where my knee hit the concrete pretty hard and it was very numb. So I've been oiling my knee for a year to just keep creating and bringing more medicinal properties of the plants and circulation to that area, and it's healing really nicely. So if you have circulation issues anywhere, and then preventing colds. So you can use antimicrobial herbs to make an oil and then rub it on the feet or the lymph nodes. So that is another thing that you can do, is using the herbal oil to help prevent colds. Okay, so third, our next thing is you can use your herbal oil for cooking. So you can make salad dressings, you can make marinades for meats or veggies. One of my favorites is dipping bread or drizzling it on pizza or pasta. So, so, so good. You can also add it to soups or any other dishes, essentially, where you might be cooking with oil or using it as a drizzle to finish with oil. And then I just want to share some of my favorite combos of the herbal infused oils for cooking and for food. I love sage, rosemary, and thyme with olive oil. Oh, so, so good. And then my other favorite is actually a recipe from Cami McBride's book, The Herbal Kitchen. She calls it her synergy oil, and it is coriander, paprika, and garlic. So good. Okay, so that's yeah, that's my other favorite one. Okay, so next, number 4 is you can use your oil for the bath. Actually, you can drizzle a little bit of oil into your bath, and that's a excuse me, a really great way to bring moisturization into the skin as well, just by literally drizzling like a tablespoon into your bath water or applying it on your body before you get into the bath. I know a lot of people don't like that feeling of being greasy. So you can put the oil on before you get into the bath and it actually will seep into your skin. And then by the time you get out, it will be washed off to the point that you're not greasy, but it will have soaked in nicely in the bath. So that's a way that you can create an herbal bath with your oil. Okay, so number 5, fifth thing that you can do with your herbal infused oil is you can use it for your hair and your scalp health. So you can put it on your ends like a serum or use it to tame frizziness, like using it as, yeah, like a little hair cream serum. And the other thing that you can do is you can put it on your scalp for hair growth and scalp health. So, some of the great oils that you can use for this are rosemary, horsetail, lavender, sage, and arnica. I actually have a video called How to Make Your Own Herbal Oil for Hair Growth, and I'll link that below in the description if you want to go more into detail with me on the herbs that are great for hair and scalp. Okay. Next, the sixth use I want to talk about for your herbal infused oil is sexy time. So, herbal oils work beautifully as a non-toxic lubricant that also brings a yummy smell to your sexual experience with a partner or with yourself for self pleasure. This is actually really awesome. I noticed that some of the lubes are like kind of sticky or they just have weird ingredients, and you're putting that on your body and on your skin and it's getting absorbed into your body. So, herbal oils are definitely a cleaner way to go about it. And they actually feel really grounding and have beautiful smells. So, I love rose, lavender, frankincense, and chamomile, but you really could use any herbal oil that you enjoy the smell of. Okay, next, number 7 is anointing. So, anointing is actually an ancient spiritual practice that you can use to take you into deeper states of meditation, to honor yourself as a divine being, and to bring you in more connection with your innate godlike nature, higher self, however you want to call it. So, it's a really beautiful way to balance your mind, body, and spirit, and can be used at any time to help you connect more deeply to yourself, your soul, your higher self, as I said. So, typically, how you would do this is you would get yourself into a state of relaxation, perhaps set yourself up a nice environment with like a candle, maybe get yourself some cards, create a calm and sacred space, and then take the oil, whatever oil you choose, and place a drop or two in your hand, breathe into it, smell it, really absorb the like magical properties of it through your senses, and then dab it onto your third eye. You could also dab it onto someone else's, like you could have someone else anoint you and you could anoint them. Or you could just do it yourself. You can also anoint the crown or the heart, but you typically see people anointing on the third eye, but you could anoint anywhere that you feel called on your body. If you're curious to learn more about the practice of anointing, I highly recommend this book. It's called The Sacred Art of Anointing. I'm leaving the description to it below. She talks a lot about anointing, the ancient Egyptians' practices around anointing, and she talks a lot about essential oils. Um, and stones and crystals as well. I love this book. It's really, really beautiful book. I personally prefer to anoint with herbal oil as opposed to essential oil because essential oil is a highly, highly condensed form of the plant and it can be very irritating to the skin if you put it directly on the skin, if you have sensitive skin. So I just personally prefer to anoint with herbal infused oils, although you could use essential oils. Again, I have a video that talks about the difference between essential oils and herbal oil. I'll leave that below if you want to educate yourself more on what the difference is. So, herbs that are great for anointing are frankincense and myrrh. Those are actually resins, rose, ginger, chamomile, and lavender, or honestly, any herbs that call to you. It really doesn't matter. It's all about what you feel most connected with. Okay. And then the eighth use for herbal infused oils that I want to mention is energy clearing. So, especially for those of you that are sensitive to the happenings of the world or the words or emotions of other people around you, energy clearing with oil is a really beautiful practice. So, you could put a few drops into your hand and breathe it in again, envisioning whatever stuck or stagnant energy is around you or within you, clearing from your body or your mind. And then you can put the oil on your heart or the back of your neck or the back of your heart, your feet, or anywhere else that feels like it would be supportive for you. And again, just setting the intention that any energies that do not serve you are leaving your body, your mind. If you want to go deeper into the practice of energy clearing, I have a video where I talk about how to clear your energy. I'll put the link to that in the description of this video too, if you want to go more deeply into that. So for now, I'm going to show you a couple of the herbal oils that I have that I've made. This is by no means all of them. I have a ton of them, but I don't want to take the time to show you everything because that would take too long. But here is herbal infused oil that is rose that I made from rose petals. It is super beautiful. I love using rose. It just feels so feminine and it's really heart opening. So I love that one. This is a frankincense oil. You can't really see because I like using the amber bottles because they keep out the light. So the oils last longer because the sunlight can degrade your oil. But this, I used frankincense resin powder and infused that into this oil. It's a little bit of a different process than infusing herbs, but still kind of similar. And this one, as I said, I love using for sexy time oil because it just smells so sacred and beautiful. Also really beautiful for anointing, also really amazing for healing the skin. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's this is arnica. This is herbal oil that I made, arnica and jojoba oil, and I love using arnica for sore muscles. I get really, really sore muscles in my legs. Also, I thought I had a sprain, but it was actually a break. I broke my wrist last year, and I used arnica to help heal a lot of the bruising that was happening on my arm. So arnica is a great one for sore muscles, for bruises, for sprains. Let's see. Here's hibiscus. You can see this beautiful red color. Hibiscus, again, great for the skin, super high in vitamin C. I think it's the most high in vitamin C flower. So the skin loves vitamin C. I love that one. Rosemary, look how beautiful that color is. So this one can be used for like on top of food. I also use it for sore muscles again. Great for anywhere that you want to bring in circulation. So love rosemary. And then I will mention, and then excuse me, here's herbal infused oil that I made that is 7 flowers. So I took 7 different flowers and infused them into this oil. And then in the bottle, I just added a few rose petals I did rose, there's lavender in here, and I think blue lotus petals as well, just because it's extra beautiful. So this one has 7 different flowers in it. And then I just added the petals into the bottle. So this is actually one of my clients says purchase this one. If you want to purchase something like this from me, you can actually look at the link in the description. I'll put the link to my product shop, and sometimes I have these up for sale. So the other thing I want to mention is if you are not wanting to make herbal infused oil, but you want to use it, I suggest checking out Banyan Botanicals. They are an Ayurvedic company and they make beautiful organic massage oils that are herbal infused. And I loved this one. This is the daily massage oil for all doshas. This is the first herbal infused oil I ever used, and I fell in love with it. It has such a great smell. These are all Ayurvedic herbs, so I don't work with these herbs. But if you wanted your own, but you didn't want to make it, you could also check out Banyan Botanicals. They have great stuff, and you could turn this into a salve, or I wouldn't use this for cooking, but you could use this for many of the different things that I listed. So if you're interested in bringing herbal infused oils into your home and into your life, you could also check out other companies that make their own if you wanted to buy them. They're much more expensive to buy, honestly. You should just make your own. It's way cheaper. And it's fun, and you get to be involved in the process. It's really just such a beautiful skill that I think we should all have so that we can take charge of our own health instead of outsourcing our health to other people. So just get yourself some organic, cold pressed olive oil at your local grocery store. If that's all you have access to, then that's fine. And you can get yourself some dried organic lavender or chamomile. Those are great ones to start with too. They're simple, they're easy to get, and you can use them for many different things. So just start simple. And again, if you want to go deeper into this with me, if you want to learn how to make them, I do have a video class that you can purchase. I'll leave the link below in the description. If you just want to learn the basics and you don't want to take a class, I have some videos on my YouTube channel that'll get you started. So check out the Herbalism for Beginners playlist. I'll put the link below for that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I've shared here in the comments below, or if you have any requests for videos that you'd like to see from me. I love making videos based on your requests. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me each week, then hit the subscribe button and the bell to make sure you get notified when I post. Also, I'm over on Instagram at Erin with 2 N's. So come over and say hi. I'll leave a link below to that as well. And all the other links for all the videos and resources and everything that I mentioned in this video, as well as my email list and my other offerings, I'll put in the description. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope this inspired you to just take charge of your own health through your skin and through these beautiful oils. It really is so much fun to make them for yourself and to get creative. And so many of my friends and family that have been inspired to do this themselves have really loved how they've seen their skin transform and just love the process of making these oils. It is really so beautiful and such a fun way to get reconnected back with the earth. So I hope this inspired you. Sending you so much love, and I look forward to seeing you on a new video next week. Bye.